Jai Hind, dear students, welcome back to mathematics class. Today we are continuing the lesson factorization. In the previous classes you studied how to do factorization by method of common factor, regrouping method and also using identities. Today we are going to see the last part of this lesson, that is how to divide algebraic expressions. So all of you watch the videos very carefully and understand well.
Hello friends, welcome to Math for Juniors with me Miss Marks and my assistant Snail. Snail, what are you busy with?
Oh, these marbles, aren't they beautiful?
Yes, they are. Will you share half of them with me?
Half?
Yes.
Okay, I have 40 marbles, so in between two of us, it will be 20 each.
Oh, you were quick with division of numbers, Snail. That's very good. But are you aware that polynomials can also be divided like numbers?
But how?
Let's learn that in the virtual world. Let's begin the module on division of polynomials with this illustration. A sports complex has a newly constructed swimming pool. This pool is cuboidal in shape. The amount of water that it can hold represents its volume or capacity. Volume of a cuboid can be computed by multiplying its length, width and height. Now, if just the volume and area of base is known, will it be possible to find the depth of water in the pool? Well, yes, by the division operation. But what if the exact numeric values of volume and area are not given? Instead, they are represented by an algebraic expression or polynomial. Then, can we still find the depth of water in the pool? Well, this can be accomplished only if we know how to divide polynomials. Let's find out about it in this module where we learn how to divide a monomial by another monomial, how to divide a polynomial by a monomial, and finally, how to divide a polynomial by another polynomial. Given the volume and area of the base of a pool, we can find its height if we know how to divide a polynomial by another polynomial. To learn that, we first study how to divide one monomial by another monomial. We can divide two monomials in the same way as we divide numbers. We know that in numbers, division is the inverse operation of multiplication. The same holds good in case of algebraic expressions too. Let's consider two monomials, 4x and 3x square. Now 4x multiplied by 3x square gives 12x cube. Therefore, 12x cube divided by 4x equals 3x square. The division of the monomial 12x cube with 4x can even be accomplished by cancelling the common factors as we do in case of division of numbers. Let's see how. First, write the two monomials in irreducible factor forms. Now, cancel out the common factors from the numerator and denominator. We get 3 into x, which is 3x square, the same result we got earlier. Now let's take one more example, this time involving two variables. Let's divide minus 16x square y cube by 4xy. First, write the numerator and denominator as the product of irreducible factors. So, minus 16x square y cube is minus 1 into 2 multiplied by itself 4 times into x multiplied by itself twice into y multiplied by itself 3 times. And 4xy is equal to 2 into x into y. Now, cancelling the common factors, we get minus 2 into 2 into x into y, which is minus 4xy square. Welcome back to the real world, friends. So, Snail, did you understand the division of a monomial with a monomial?
Oh yes, Miss Marks. I understood it all.
Are you sure?
Yes, Miss Marks.
Alright then, we can now move on to the next level in division of polynomials, that is, division of a polynomial with a monomial. So, into the virtual world. Let's consider the pool scenario where we are not given the exact values of volume and area. Instead, they are represented by algebraic expressions or polynomials. What will be the level of the water in the pool? Well, the level of the water in the pool can be obtained by dividing the volume by the area of the base. We see that it involves the division of a polynomial by a monomial. One way to carry out this division is to divide each term of polynomial in the numerator by the monomial in the denominator. This will involve the cancellation of common factors. Solving each division leads us to the desired answer. We get the level of water in the pool as 2x square plus 13xy plus 9y. Alternatively, we can divide a polynomial by a monomial by using the common factor method. Let's see this method with the help of an example. Let's divide the polynomial 8n raised to power 5 plus 12n raised to power 4 plus 10n squared by the monomial 2n squared. Hey! Can you see that we can separate 2n square as the common factor from the numerator, which is same as the denominator? That makes the solving very easy. We get 2n square into 4n cube plus 6n square plus 5 whole divided by 2n square. Then by cancelling the common factor, we get 4n cube plus 6n square plus 5, and that's the answer.
I am really tired and hungry now. Miss Marks is also not around. I think I should make most of it and quickly eat something.
Snail, where are you going? To eat something, huh?
Actually, today's session requires a lot of attention. I thought if I eat something, I will be able to focus better.
No, Snail, no food allowed until we learn all about the division of polynomials. It's better you pay full attention or...
I will.
Good. Now time to hit the virtual world. We can extend our understanding of division of a polynomial by a monomial to division of a polynomial by another polynomial. Wondering how? Let's see. Let's divide the polynomial 6y square plus 29y plus 35 with the polynomial 3y plus 7. We first factorize the numerator. The polynomial 6y square plus 29y plus 35 can be written as 6y square plus 14y plus 15y plus 35 by splitting its middle term. Now by grouping and taking common factors out, we get 2y plus 5 whole into 3y plus 7 whole. Now we can easily divide 2y plus 5 whole into 3y plus 7 whole with 3y plus 7 by cancelling the common factor. We get the answer as 2y plus 5. One point is important to note. Just like numbers, it's not necessary that two algebraic expressions or polynomials will always be completely divisible. It holds true only if one of them is a factor of the other. Back to the real world. Snail, Do you want to get bald?
Bald? No, never.
But you will get bald soon if you don't stop scratching your head like that.
Oh.
By the way, what were you thinking?
I was wondering whether there are any uses of polynomials in our daily life. But I could not think of any.
Well, don't worry, I'll tell you. So, in the Do You Know section. Polynomials help scientific calculators and computers to perform calculations using approximation that guide spaceships and aircrafts.
Oh, that's unbelievable.
You will be more surprised to know that polynomials are very useful even for doctors and nurses. Doctors use it to diagnose and treat conditions, while nurses and technicians use it to record medical reports and health information.
Wow! I never imagined there is so much use of polynomials in real life.
There's a lot more, but you need to grow up before you learn all that.
I will be waiting.
Time to refresh our memories. So let's hit the recap button and revise everything we have learned today on division of polynomials. In this module, we learned in the division of polynomial by monomial, either each term of polynomial is divided by the monomial or common factor method is used. The division of a polynomial by polynomial is done by factorizing each term and cancelling the common factors.
Now I can finally eat something.
If only snail could ever change. Alright, but first say bye to our friends.
Time for us to go, but you keep having fun with numbers.
See you soon. Take care. Goodbye.
Welcome to part 4 of the video series on problems on division of algebraic expressions. In this first division, you have 10x minus 25 and this has to be divided by 5. Now, we can solve it in two different ways. So basically what we have to do is we have to perform this division. Now, this you can write it as 5 multiplied by 2 multiplied by x minus 5 multiplied by 5, right? So now this 5 and this 5, the factor 5 in this term and the factor 5 in this term, these two are common, the same. So take 5 out and then you have 2x minus 5 divided by 5. Now this 5 and this 5 gets cancelled because these are common factors in the numerator and the denominator. So you are left with 2x minus 5. This is your answer. Another way can be, this is 10x minus 25. So we can write this as 10x divided by 5 minus 25 divided by 5, right? Because if you take the LCM, you'll get the same rational representation of this two algebraic expressions. Now here 10 divided by 5 will give you 2x and 25 divided by 5 will give you 5. So this is 2x minus 5. The two answers are the same whether they follow this path or this method. 10x minus 25 divided by 2x minus 5. So you have to perform this division, and now in this case if you write this as 5 multiplied by 2 multiplied by x minus 5 multiplied by 5, and this is 2x minus 5. Now this 5 and this 5, the factor 5 is common in these two terms. Taking out 5 within the bracket, you will have 2x minus 5. And which property have we used here? We have used the distributive property of multiplication over subtraction, and this is 2x minus 5. Now 2x minus 5 multiplied by 2x minus 5 in the numerator, and in the denominator you have 2x minus 5. These two factors are common, the same. Therefore, you are left with only 5. So 5 is your answer in this case. This is 10y multiplied by 6y plus 21 and divided by 5 multiplied by 2y plus 7. So this is equal to 10, let's write it as 5 multiplied by 2 multiplied by y, and this is multiplied by, write it as 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by y plus 3 multiplied by 7, and from this you get 5 multiplied by 2y plus 7. Now this is 5 multiplied by 2 multiplied by y and multiplied by this 3 in this term, and the 3 in this term is common, so take this out, you get 3, and then multiplied by 2y plus 7, and in the denominator you have 5 multiplied by 2y plus 7. So this 2y plus 7 and this 2y plus 7 get cancelled because both are the same factors, and this 5 and this 5 gets cancelled. So you have 2 multiplied by y multiplied by 3 means it is 6y. So this is your answer. In this case, this is 9x squared y squared multiplied by 3z minus 24 divided by this number. Now this can be written as, this is 9 multiplied by x squared, or we can write this as 9 multiplied by x multiplied by x multiplied by y multiplied by y, and here this can be written as 3z minus 3 multiplied by 8 divided by 27 can be written as 3 multiplied by 9 multiplied by x multiplied by y multiplied by z minus 8. Now this 3 and this 3, so factor 3 in this term and factor 3 in this term both are the same, therefore you can take it out. So this becomes 9 multiplied by x multiplied by x multiplied by y multiplied by y multiplied by 3 z minus 8, and then you have 3 multiplied by 9 multiplied by x multiplied by y multiplied by z minus 8. Right, now z minus 8 and z minus 8, these two are the same, therefore they get cancelled. This 9 get cancelled because they are the same. This 3 get cancelled because they are the same. This x get cancelled because they are the same. This y get cancelled because they are the same. What we are left with, x multiplied by y, that is xy. So this is the answer of this division. And the last one, we have 96 multiplied by ABC multiplied by 3a minus 12 multiplied by 5b minus 30, and you have to divide by this. Okay, in this case you can write this as 96 divided by 144. Let's group it together, then multiplied by ABC multiplied by, this is 3a minus 3 multiplied by 4. 3 multiplied by 4 means 12 multiplied by 5b minus 5 multiplied by 6, and this becomes a minus 4 multiplied by b minus 6. From here if you divide this 96 and 144 by 16, the numerator and the denominator by 16. So 96 divided by 16 will give you 6, and 144 divided by 16 will give you 9. So this is 6 by 9 multiplied by ABC, that is A multiplied by B multiplied by C, and then multiplied by this 3 is common, so take this 3 out, and then you have A minus 4. Now this 5 and this 5 are common, so take that out. 5 B minus 6, and this is A minus 4 B minus 6. Now A minus 4 get cancelled, B minus 6 get cancelled, and this is 6 by 9. So if you divide both the numerator and the denominator by 3, you get 2 by 3 multiplied by, this is 3 multiplied by 5 means 15, and you have ABC, so 15 ABC. This is basically what, divided by 1. Now this is 3, this is 15, so 15 divided by 3 will give you what? 5, right? 15 divided by 3 will give you 5. So this is 10 ABC. This is your answer for this division.
So dear students, we are going to see some of the exercise problems from your exercise 14.3 and 14.4. Some important problems I am going to explain, and after that you need to complete all the exercise problems and understand the concept very clearly. So we are going to see the last part of our lesson today, and here is your problems. So how to factorize your exercise problems? First question is, you need to do the division here, 34x cube y cube z cube. Okay, it is all product, 34 into x cube into y cube into z cube. That is the meaning. This is a single term divided by 51x y square z cube. Okay, so actually this is one term, this is one term. So monomial divided by a monomial. Understand? So whenever you do division, the important thing is, whenever you are doing division, you want to find out the factors. You want to find out the factors and split the term accordingly, and then you can do cancellation method and find out what is the answer. So whenever you are handling any algebraic expression and simplify, you need to find out the factors of the given expression. Okay, and we know how to find the factors. We studied different factorization methods. We studied how to find the common factor, and factorizing we find out, and how we want to group the terms, correct? We studied in the last class how to group the terms by regrouping method, how to find the factors, and also you learned in how to use identities. What are the use of identities to do factorization? So by all these methods we can easily find out the factors of a given algebraic expression, and after finding the factors and splitting the given expression in terms of product of its irreducible factors. That is the meaning of factorization. So given algebraic expression you need to write as product of factors, and then you want to apply the cancellation method for finding your required answer. Okay, so these are all the important points for doing this type of problems. Okay, so this is your first problem. Here monomial divided by monomial. So how to write the solution? So because you know this is division, we need to write in numerator divided by denominator. So 34x cube y cube z cube divided by 51x y square z cube. I wrote the question once again. So this is equal to 34x cube y cube z cube divided by, so you want to put by 51xy square z cube. So now what we want to do is, after writing in this form, you need to write the factors separately, product of its factors. Then you do the cancellation. Okay. So 34 you can write as 2 into 17, product of its prime factors, into x cube means x you want to write 3 times, y cube means y you want to write 3 times, and z cube means z 3 times, divided by 51. 51 you can write as 3 into 17. Okay. Then x, then y square, y into y, then z cube, z into z. Okay. So all the terms we wrote as product of factors. Now you can do the cancellation method and find out the answer. So here you can see 17 and a 17 cancel, then x. Okay. Then his z you can see here 3, here also 3. So all the z terms are cancelled. Z is cancelled. Then y you can find here 2y, here also 2y you can cancel. So what is the remaining terms in the numerator? 2 into x, 2 times. Then one y is there and denominator 1 3 is there. So you can write the answer, that is equal to 2 by 3. Okay, 2 by 3, and numerator there is x into x, that makes x square, and one y is also there in the numerator, so x square y. Denominator no other variables. So this is the answer, 2 by 3 x square y. Okay, so this is the required answer of this division. This is the second problem. 8 into bracket x cube y square z square plus x square y cube z square plus x square y square z cube divided by 4x square y square z square. Okay, so clearly here you can see that this 8 is common for all the terms. So first we can write this question as, write the question once more, 8 into x cube y square z square plus x square y cube z square plus x square y square z cube, close the bracket, divided by 4x square y square z square. Okay, that is equal to, first you can write as numerator by denominator, y square z square plus x square y cube z square plus x square y square z cube, close the bracket, by 4x square y square z square. Okay, so we wrote in this form. Now what is the thing? From this bracket you need to collect the common term and take it outside the bracket. Okay, so that is the way of simplification. So this is equal to 8 into, yes, from this x you see the lowest power is the common term here. So x cube, here x is 3 times, here 2 times, here 2 times. So we can take this x square as common term, write it outside. Now come to y term, y square, here y cube, here y square. So y square is common, the least power. Then z square you see, z square, z cube. So there also z square is common. Now open the bracket and write the remaining terms. So here we have taken x square outside. So here one remaining one x is there. Y square we have taken, z square also taken. Okay, so only this term x is left. Then plus, from the second term we have taken x square outside, z square outside, and y cube. Y square is common here, so remaining here one y is left. And from the third term x square is taken, y square is taken, z cube from z square is taken outside. So x z is the remaining number. By 4x square y square z square. Now you see this algebraic expression that was given already in addition, we converted into product of factors. What is the first factor? 8x square y square z square, and second factor is x plus y plus z. Okay, so now what you can do, you can reduce this. Here this bracket means here it is multiplication, no? So this multiplication, these terms we can cancel. So how to cancel, children? 4 and 8 we can cancel easily. 1 4 is 4, 2 4s are 8. Then x square is cancelled. Y square is cancelled. Z square is cancelled. Okay, so what is the remaining you are having? Yes, that is equal to 2 is there, 2 into bracket x plus y plus z. So this is the simplest form of this division, that is reducing the terms by taking the common factor and cancelling, we get the required simplified form of the division. Now see this question number 3. 5 into 2x plus 1 into 3x plus 5 divided by 2x plus 1. Okay, so here you can see in the question itself 5 into 2x plus 1 into 3x plus 5. So 3 factors are given already in the question, divided by 2x plus 1. So no need to open the bracket or anything. Open the bracket means again it will be an algebraic expression. What we need is we want product of factors. So the question here is very simple because it is already given in product of factors. So just we want to do the cancellation method. So how to write the solution? First write the question once. 5 into 2x plus 1 into 3x plus 5 divided by 2x plus 1, that is equal to 5 into 2x plus 1 into 3x plus 5, the whole divided by 2x plus 1. Now you see that because already they are in product of factors, no need to open the bracket. Just to do the simplified cancellation method. Here you see this 2x plus 1 term and 2x plus 1 term are equal terms, so they cancel. So the remaining of the numerator is 5, here on 5 and bracket 3x plus 5. So this is the simplified form, that is the answer. Now see this question, 5p square minus 25p plus 20 divided by p minus 1. Okay, so this is a algebraic expression divided by 1p minus 1. Okay, so how to do this? Now first you write the question once. 5p square minus 25p plus 20 divided by p minus 1. So what I told you, you want to see the algebraic expression carefully and you want to verify whether we can take any common factor or anything outside the expression. So here when you see this expression 5 minus 25 plus 20, all these coefficients are multiples of 5. Okay, so when you take, we can take from all these 3 terms, we can take a 5 in common. Okay, so that is the thing we are going to do here. This is equal to, first you want to write in numerator by denominator form, plus 20 by p minus 1. Okay, now you are going to take from all these, you are taking 5 common. So if you take 5 common, start a bracket. What are the remaining terms? Here 1p square, here 25. 25 means 5 into 5, 25. So 1 5 is taken outside. So remaining 1 5 is there and p. Then 20 means 4 into 5. So 5 is taken out. So remaining factor is 4 divided by p minus 1. Okay. So now you see here minus 2p square minus 5p plus 4. So how to reduce this expression is we studied factorization by using identities, and in one identity you studied x plus a into x plus b equal to x square plus a plus b into x plus ab. This is the fourth identity what you studied, and using this fourth identity we are going to write this algebraic expression in the form x square plus a plus b into x plus ab, that is this middle term a plus b into x. Who is the middle term here? Minus 5p. So this minus 5p I am going to split. Okay, split in terms of p. So how you can write this, all of you listen. Here you see in this identity this a plus b means sum of the two numbers, and this last term ab is the product of these two numbers. So you want to select two numbers so that you can split this minus 5p, and those two numbers when you multiply you want to get this last number 4. So that is the way how to split this middle number using this identity. Okay, so here minus 5 is the middle number, 4 is the last number. So can you say two numbers that when you add you get minus 5 and multiply you get plus 4? Yes, if you want to multiply and get plus 4, the only two numbers are 1 and 4. 1 into 4, 4. Also you have 2 into 2, 4. If you want to get this product 4, 1 into 4, 4 and 2 into 2, 4 is the only possibility. And when you add you want to get minus 5 as I told you. So that this is not possible. 2 and 2 is not possible, because when you add or subtract 2 and 2 we will not get this minus 5. But if you put this 1 and 4 as negative minus 1 and negative 4, we can add this to get minus 5. So this middle minus 5 can be written as minus 1p minus 4p. Understood? Yes. So that way we are going to write. So this is very important how to select the two numbers. So p square minus 5p I am writing as 1p. 1p means p minus 4p plus 4. Okay. So how we wrote this? Using this identity. Using identity, fourth identity. Okay. Yes. Now here the denominator is p minus 1. Now you see, from this p square minus p minus 4p, this is an expression of 4 terms, and 4 terms when comes we can group the terms as we studied before, so that from this first two terms we can take a p outside, and from this two terms we can take 4 outside. 4 is common. We are doing regrouping method. So this is equal to 5 into, you can start one more bracket, because when you group you need a round bracket. So 5 into, put a square bracket from these two terms. Okay, p is taken out, so the remaining is p minus 1 minus, here from 4 is taken outside, so the remaining is p minus 1. Okay, so if you want to confirm your answer, you just multiply, you will get the previous step. P into p, p square, p into minus 1, minus p, minus 4 into p, minus 4p, minus 4 into minus 1, plus 4. Okay, close the bracket, and p minus 1 in the denominator. Now you see, when you collect these two, how you can write? Yes, p minus 1, p minus 1, both the brackets are same. So you can take this p minus 1 common again outside. So this will become, I am writing here. So this will become, this is equal to 5 into p minus 1 is taken outside and balance p here minus 4. So put in another bracket p and minus 4 by p minus 1 denominator. Now you see p minus 1 and p minus 1 will cancel. So what is the balance? That is equal to 5 into p minus 4. That is the answer. Okay. So this is some important question. Whenever you get this form of algebraic expression, you want to use the identity 4 and split the middle term and find the proper two numbers. Then you want to use the regrouping method. Then find the common factors. After that you are cancellation method and you are getting your required answer. What is the answer here? 5 into p minus 4. Okay. So similar problems you are having in your exercise. Practice it and complete the answer. Okay. Now see this question. 12xy into 9x square minus 16y square divided by 4xy into 3x plus 4y. Okay. So first we are here also we want to split the given algebraic expression into the simplest form. You now see this question. 12xy into 9x square minus 16y square divided by 4xy into 3x plus 4y. Okay. So first we are here also we want to split the given algebraic expression into the simplest form using product of factors and then do cancellation. So this solution, first we can write the given question once again. 12xy into 9x square minus 16y square divided by 4xy into 3x plus 4y. See children, some students will not write the questions once again and they will just start by 1 equal to. Don't do that. Always you want to maintain the steps properly and very neatly, so that it is very important. Whatever the question is given, you should write it once and then do the remaining steps. So this is equal to, yes, 12xy into 9x square minus 16y square divided by 4xy into 3x plus 4y. Now you see this bracket in the numerator 9x square minus 16y square. Can you identify how we can simplify this numerator, this term? Yes, we have studied an identity. A square minus b square is equal to a plus b into a minus b. Okay, so this identity we are applying here. So we want to write this 9x square minus 16y square. We want to write it is together as one square term, that is a square b square. But here you see x is only having square and y is only having square. So how we can write in the whole square form? Then only we can apply this formula. How we can make this 9x square in a whole square form? 9 is the square of 3. 16 is the square of 4. So 9x square we can write as 3x the whole square. Okay. 16y square we can write as 4y the whole square. Okay. So that we are going to do in the next step. 12xy into 9x square I wrote 3x the whole square minus 16y square I wrote 4y the whole square by 4xy into 3x plus 4y. Now you see this is equal to this identity form, so that we are going to write it is of the form a plus b into a minus b, that is 12xy into a square minus b square. In the place of a 3x, in the place of b 4y. So a plus b means 3x plus 4y. A minus b means 3x minus 4y divided by 4xy into 3x plus 4y. Now we are going to do the cancellation here. We wrote all the things in the product of factors. So what are the terms going to cancel? This 3x plus 4y cancelled. Here one y cancel, x cancel. Then 1 4 is 4, 3 4s are 12. So what is the remaining? 3 is there, and numerator 3x minus 4y, and denominator no numbers. Denominator no numbers means that is equal to 1. Okay, so the answer is 3 into 3x minus 4y. Okay, now we can see one more question. 4yz into z square plus 6z minus 16 plus 2y into z plus 8. Okay, so write the question once more. 4yz into z square plus 6z minus 16 divided by 2y into z plus 8. That is equal to 4yz into z square plus 6z minus 16 divided by 2y into z plus 8. Okay, yes, now you see here, you can see the bracket z square plus 6z minus 16. So this you want to make in the product of factors form. Okay, so can you say which identity we can use here? Yes, we studied many identities, 3-4 identities. You want to check the first term, third term in square form, but here you see a plus b the whole square, a minus b the whole square, a square minus b square, then x plus a into x plus b. So among these 4 identities, you want to choose the suitable identity here to find out the product of factors. So as we did in the previous problem, here we are going to take the middle term and split, so that the middle term is 6z here and product is 16. So you want to select 2 numbers so that the product comes 16, and when you add it will come plus 6. So what are the numbers? You know the product will come 16. 1 into 16 is 16. 2 into 8 16. 4 into 4 16. Okay. Yes, these are the combinations of factors to get 16. But here when you want to get the middle value 6, who is the only possibility? 2 and 8, because when you subtract 2 from 8 you will get 6, and when you multiply you will get 16. Okay, and how we should put the sign? You can see that here the sign of 6 is plus. So when you subtract, the greater number should have the sign plus. So how to write this? We are going to split, that is equal to 4yz into z square. The 6z I am going to write as 8z and minus 2z. Then last term minus 16 by 2y into z plus 8. Now again you want to group the terms. Z square and 8z one group, and 2z minus 16 one group, so that 4yz into, start the bracket, put one more square bracket. From these 2 terms you can take an z outside, and z plus 8 is the bracket remaining number. Then minus, from these 2 you can take a 2 outside, so balance is again minus 2z. Then minus 16 want to come, so here minus 2, so minus 2 into remaining is plus 8, that is minus 16. Close the bracket, divided by 2y into z plus 8. Okay, so now you see this is equal to 4yz into From these two you can see an z plus 8 common. So that common you can write z plus 8. So what is the remaining? Here on z, here on minus 2. So z minus 2 by 2y into z plus 8. Okay. Yes. Now all the things are simplified. You can do the cancellation. Z plus 8 in the numerator and z plus 8 in the denominator cancelled. Then here on y, here y cancelled. Then 1 2 is 2, 2 2s are 4 cancelled. Okay. This term you can cancel in the beginning also. In the beginning also, if you are cancelling this 4yz and 2y also, it is correct. Okay. From the beginning also you can reduce, no problem. So finally, after cancellation, we got what answer? 1 2 in the numerator and one z is there and the bracket z minus 2. That is the required answer. Now we are going to see the exercise 14.4 questions. This is actually a very simple question. You want to understand the meaning first. Find and correct the errors in the following mathematical statements. Mathematical statements means it is like an equation. So in this question, some equations are given. One LHS is there, one RHS is there. So that is a mathematical statement. Something is equal to something. So here given some statements, you want to find whether it is correct and you want to write the correct statement. Okay. So first you do the verification. You want to see whether they are equal or not. Then if it is wrong, you want to write the correct statement. Okay. And we know how to multiply the terms, how to remove the brackets, all we learned earlier. So using all that concepts, using the identities what we studied, all the things we are using here, and you are checking whether the two sides are coming equal or not. If the statement is wrong, you need to correct it. So a few questions I have written here. First one is 4 into x minus 5 is equal to 4x minus 5. So whenever you see a bracket is opened, the two terms should be multiplied by the outside common number. So 4 into x, 4x is okay. But 4 into minus 5, here that is wrong. Here 4 into minus 5, minus 20 want to come. Correct. So the product is wrong here. So how to write the correct statement? 4 into x minus 5 is equal to 4 into x minus 4 into 5. This is the correct answer. So when you simplify, you will get 4x minus 20 is the right answer. So the correct statement is 4 into x minus 5 is equal to 4x minus 20. Okay. Now come to this question. 2x the whole square plus 4 into 2x plus 7. The simplified form is given on the right side. So 2x the whole square. 2x the whole square means you want to square both 2 and x. So when you square 2, you will get 2 square is 4. But here you see on the right side, it is 2x square. The 2 is not squared, so it is wrong. So how to write the correct step? 2x the whole square plus 4 into 2x plus 7 is equal to, yes, 2x the whole square means it is 4x square plus 4 into 2, it is 8x plus 7. Okay, so this is the correct answer. So here this squaring was wrong. Okay, now come to this third question. A minus 4 into a minus 2 equal to a square minus 8. So we can find out, this is of the form x plus a into x plus b, where a is minus 4 and b is minus 2. So we can write once the question. A minus 4 into a minus 2 is, yes, what is the right hand side of the identity? X square plus a plus b into x plus ab. So here x in term a is there. So a square plus a plus b, that is minus 4 plus minus 2 into a plus AB. AB means minus 4 into minus 2. Okay, so when you simplify, what you get? A square plus minus 4 minus 2 is minus 6. So minus 6A minus 4 into minus 2 is plus 8. 4 into 2, 8. You can understand from here this A minus 4 into A minus 2, when you solve by the fourth identity, you are getting A square minus 6A plus 8. But here in this answer it is given A square minus 8. So this is wrong. Okay. A square minus 6A plus 8 is the correct answer. So this is the correct answer for this statement. Now you see the next type of questions. What is given? Substituting x equal to minus 3 in x square plus 5x gives minus 3 the whole square plus 5 into minus 3, that is equal to minus 9 minus 15 is equal to minus 24. So we can check whether this is correct or not. What do you mean by substituting? You want to put the value of x equal to minus 3 in this algebraic expression. So this is our question. X square plus 5x is our question. In the place of x, you want to put the value minus 3. That is the meaning of substitution. So first you want to write the expression once, x square plus 5x. Now in the place of x, you can use minus 3. So this becomes minus 3 the whole square plus 5 into minus 3. Okay. So that is equal to, what is minus 3 the whole square? Yes. Minus 3 the whole square means 3 square is 9. Minus square. Minus means minus 1 there. Minus when you square, it becomes positive because minus into minus is plus. So in our answer, in the question, this minus 9 then becomes wrong. Okay. So here minus 9 will not come, here plus 9 will come. Then plus into minus minus 15. So you will get minus 15 and plus 9. So what is the answer for minus 15 and plus 9? Yes, it is equal to minus 6. Okay, so here the answer was given minus 24, which is wrong. So thus our answer is minus 6. Okay, so we find what is the mistake in our given question. Now come to the next one. Z plus 5 the whole square is equal to z square plus 25. Z plus 5 the whole square means you can relate to the formula a plus b the whole square equal to a square plus 2ab plus b square. So use this formula here and check whether you are getting this answer. So solution, z plus 5 the whole square is equal to a square, that is z square plus 2ab, 2 into a, z into b is 5 plus b square, 5 square. So that is equal to z square plus 10z, 2 into 5, 10z plus 25. So the correct answer is z square plus 10z plus 25, and the given answer, that is z square plus 25, was wrong. This is the correct answer. Understood? Yes. Now the next question, 3x square by 3x square equal to 0. What is the meaning of this? You know, a number divided by the same number, when you cancel, it is equal to, yes, 3 by 3. When you cancel, we will not put 0, it is equal to 1. 19 by 19, same number, it is equal to 1. Okay, minus 4 by minus 4, same number, when you cancel, it is equal to 1. So a number divided by a same number is always equal to 1 and not 0. Okay, so this 0 is actually wrong. So the correct answer, how to write? 3x square by 3x square. When you, it is actually the meaning cancellation. 3 cancel, x square cancel. So the answer is equal to 1 and not equal to 0. Okay, that is the meaning. 1 is the correct answer. Okay, a same number by a same number, the answer is 1. Now see the next question. 4x plus 5 by 4x is equal to 5. So here you see children, 4x plus 5 by 4x means actually here one plus sign is there. So some people when they see this type of questions, they immediately they will think that 4x is down and 4x is in the numerator. So we can cancel this 4x. That is a very big mistake. So all of you want to be very careful with these type of terms. Here you want to see that here one plus sign is there. We can only cancel when there is product of factors. But here one plus is present, so you cannot cancel this 4x and 4x. If you are cancelling 4x and 4x, you will get this remaining 5 as the answer, but that is wrong. So don't do that. Always you want to check whether it is multiplication or addition. So here you see we cannot do this cancellation here. So how we can do this? All of you listen. So you want to write the question 4x plus 5 by 4x. Since we cannot do the cancellation, we are going to split the fraction. That is, we can write this expression as 4x by 4x plus 5 by 4x. Understood? We splitted the numerator. Denominator is same. So 4x by 4x plus 5 by 4x. Now you see these are separated so that we can cancel now. This 4x and 4x we can cancel easily. So that 4x by 4x is cancelled means in that place 1 plus here we cannot do cancellation. So it is 5 by 4x. And don't put this line for the whole for these two terms. Only it come for 5 only. 1 is separate. So 1 plus 5 by 4x is the required answer. Now see the next question. The same way, a plus 5 by 5. Don't cut this 5 and 5 because it is addition here. So here also you can write as similar to the previous problem. A plus 5 by 5 equal to a by 5 and 5 by 5. You splitted the numerators. Now easily this 5 and 5 can be cancelled. So in that place 1 will come and you will get the answer a by 5 plus 1. So this is the correct answer. This is wrong. A plus 1 is wrong. Now come to the last question of today. 7 plus k by 7 is equal to k. So here also very important, you cannot cancel this 7 and 7. So split the terms, split the numerator. So it becomes 7 plus k by 7 is equal to 7 by 7 plus k by 7. This is the correct method of writing. Now 7 and 7 easily cancelled. So that answer is in the place of this you will get 1 plus k by 7. Okay, so this is the correct answer. So here the answer was given k, which is wrong. So this is the way how to do these type of problems. You want to verify whether the answer came correct or not. So all of you want to complete the remaining exercise problems and understand all the concepts of this lesson very clearly. So factorization is a very important chapter, very important. It will continue in your 9th standard and even 10th standard also. So understand the concept very thoroughly, how to take the common factors, how to regroup the terms, how to use the identities of factorization, how to use, and how we want to be careful with all these problems. These are all simple mistakes, silly mistakes what somebody will follow when doing the problems. So all these questions are given to you to make you understand the concept clearly and never do this type of silly mistakes. So that only this type of problems is given to you. So all of you understand the concept very clear and practice more and more problems, so that you will be very thorough with factorization, and your 9th standard factorization will be very easy for you. So I hope all of you will do that, will practice more and more problems, complete your exercise problems, complete the notes and make it up to date. Your chapter, this factorization, is over now, and in the next video of today you will have a new chapter, that is playing with numbers. That is your last 16th chapter from your textbook. So it is actually a very interesting topic, so all of you listen to those videos and understand the activities, and make sure all the activities are very familiar to you, very easy to you, and enjoy the video. So factorization also, complete the notes and make it up to date and send to your teacher concerned. Okay, complete the homework exercise 14.3 and 14.4, all the questions. So meet you in the next class. Thank you.